Good morning po.
Good morning.
Welcome po sa DPWH Sorsogon 2nd, Payawin Gubat, Sorsogon. Today is March 3, 2026. Scheduled for today's opening bids is for the contract 25 GFL 0039 with contract name, supply and delivery of laboratory equipment and apparatus, Spark Atomic Optical Emission Spectrometer, and its ordinances for use at the DPWH Sorsogon 2nd DO Quality Assurance Section, 4th Quarter CY 2025, Barangay Payawin, Gubat, Sorsogon. Present here today for today's opening bids are the following: Levy D. Pura Jr., Back Chairman.
Present.
Erwin S. Enares, Back Member.
Present.
David Bielmea, Back Vice Chairman. Present po. Jessalo R. Almia, TWG Head.
Present.
Glenn Elencio, Back Secretariat.
Present.
Nathaniel B. Alegre, Back Secretariat. Ruby Ann Piao, Back Secretariat. Rebecca H. Elmino, Back Secretariat. Melody P. Navarro, Back Secretariat. Rebecca D. Labalan, Back Secretariat. Ariel B. Pancho, Back Secretariat. David Jan Antones, Lian Enterprises Corporation. Jenny Cano, from Maytech Prominte Consultancy Incorporated. Pinky Alcala, Mulabi Trading. Cindy Reyes, Ewen Pixipil Corporation. Mr. Chair, meron na po tayong quorum for today's opening bids.
Good morning. Since we already have the quorum, this bid opening is now called to order.
Mr. Chair, proceed na po tayo sa opening of bids for 25 GFL 0039 with contract name, supply and delivery of laboratory equipment and apparatus, Spark Atomic Optical Emission Spectrometer, and its appurtenances for use at the DPWH Sorsogon 2nd DO Quality Assurance Section, Barangay Payawin, Gubat, Sorsogon. With an approved budget for the contract of 13,908,121 pesos only, with a contract duration of 120 calendar days. Mr. Chair, for this contract po, this back office received 6 bids manually. I request the back secretary to please review the bids from them. Mr. Chair, ito po ang kanilang bids, properly labeled, sealed, and signed. Prior po sa submission ng bids, chinecheck na po ng back secretariat, properly labeled, sealed, and signed ang kanilang bids. May request sa back secretariat to open the bids. When they're opening the bids, I will read out the suppliers who submitted their bids for 25 GFL 0039. First, we have Mulabi Trading Incorporated, Clifton International Resources, Sales and Services Incorporated, JRK Corporation, Promintic Consultancy Incorporated, Trixipil Corporation, Lian Enterprises Corporation. Chair, proceed na po tayo sa opening ng eligibility and technical documents. First bidder po natin, Lexipil Corporation. Okay na po ba checklist natin for goods?
Yes.
Debt certificate of registration, valid until October 8, 2026. December 2026. Sex certificate with attached articles of incorporation. Mayor's permit. City Government of Manila. Valid until December 31 of the current year. Tax clearance, Lexipil Corporation. Valid until August 15, 2026. DIN Certificate of Registration. Statement of all government and private contracts completed which are similar in nature. SLCC. Meron siyang 5GED 003. Furnishing and delivery of laboratory testing equipment, apparatus, and supplies intended for use in district materials testing laboratory of this district. DPWH Mindoro Oriental DO, Masipit, Calapan City, with a contract amount of 24,995,000 pesos. Only completed May 21, 2025. With attached proof, notice of award, contract agreement, notice to proceed, inspection report, inspection and acceptance report. Sales invoice, sufficient work experience. NFCC, with an NFCC of 222,990,855. Must be equal to the, at least equal to the ABC. Sufficient. Audited financial statements. Filed March 3, 2025. 357 here. List of all ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, signed with attached proof. Notice of award, contract agreement. Notice to proceed, award, contract agreement. Bid securing declaration, signed and notarized. Technical specifications proposal, signed, comply. Production delivery schedule, 120 calendar days, signed. Schedule of requirements, 120 calendar days, signed. Brochures. Certificate of availability. Manpower schedule, signed. After sales service parts warranty certificate, signed. Certificate of after sales support, signed. Omnibus sworn statement, signed, notarized. Authority of signatory through secretary certificate, signed and notarized. Board resolution, signed and notarized. GIS, filed February 11, 2026. Sworn affidavit of eligibility and beneficial ownership, signed and notarized. Bid bulletin. Next. Mulabit Trading Incorporated. Bid bulletin. Supplemental bid bulletin. Eligibility documents. Field up certificate of registration. Valid until November 18, 2026. Single largest completed contract. Meron siyang 24 GD 00027. Procurement of Spark Optical Emission Spectrometer for the Material Testing Laboratory, DPWH Region 4A, Calamba, Laguna, with a contract amount of 10,350,899, completed December 3, 2025. Signed with attached proof, notice of award, notice to proceed, contract agreement. Sales invoice. Sales invoice. Delivery receipt. Sufficient work experience. NFCC. With an NFCC of 2,300,461,668.75. Sufficient NFCC. Audited financial statement filed April 29, 2025. GIS file date of receipt April 30, 2025. List of all ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started. Signed with attached proof, notice award, notice to proceed, purchase order, award, 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 notice of award, notice of award, purchase order, purchase order, bid securing declaration, signed and notarized. Schedule of requirements, 120 calendar days, signed. Production delivery schedule, 120 calendar days, signed. Technical specifications, apply daw. Sorry. Check. Bro, ini for sure. Sure. Authorization. Warranty. Certificate of warranty. Signed. 2 years. Manpower requirements. Signed. After sales service parts availability. Signed. Omnibus warrant statement. Signed and notarized. Secretary certificate. Signed and notarized. SPA. GIS. Parehas. File February 25, 2025. Sec. Kanan. Omnibus. Meron. Sworn affidavit of eligibility and beneficial ownership. Signed and notarized. Next bidder. JRK Construction Corporation. Bid bulletins. Biljab Certificate of Registration valid until September 17, 2026. 2027. Statement of all government and private contracts completed which are similar in nature. Contract ID 24GE0021 supply and delivery of X-ray fluorescence equipment, electric automated fusion and automatic press machine for use in Puerto Princesa and Calapan Regional Satellite Material Testing Laboratories, DPWH Region 4B and sa Quezon City with a contract amount of 83,990,000 pesos only, completed December 27, 2024. Signed with attached proof, notice of award, notice to proceed, purchase order, delivery receipt, sales invoice, amount, sales invoice, collection receipt, inspection and acceptance report. Signed. Certificate of completion. Sufficient work experience. NFCC with an NFCC of 294,441,416. Sufficient NFCC. List of all ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started. Signed with attached proof, notice of award, notice to proceed, purchase order, notice to award, notice to proceed, purchase order, bid securing declaration, signed and notarized, technical specification proposals, signed, complied, brochures, manpower requirements, signed. Certification of warranty after sales service, signed. Omnibus warrant statement, signed and notarized. GIS, filed July 8, 2025 with the tax information sheet. Sworn affidavit of eligibility and beneficial ownership, signed and notarized. Authority of signatory, signed and notarized. Board resolution, signed and notarized. SEC, registration, with attached articles of incorporation. Mayor's permit, valid until January 27, 2027, Quezon City. Tax clearance, valid until November 11, 2026. Audited financial statement received July 18, 2024. Annual income tax return. Filed April 15, 2025. Teen certificate of registration. Production delivery schedule.
Statement of all
Naroon na statement of statement of all ongoing. Signed. Attached proof. Ayan. Production delivery schedule, 120 calendar days po.
Pass.
Next. Promain Tech Consultancy Incorporated, Muntinlupa City. Field job certificate of registration valid until April 15, 2026. 2026. Statement of all government and private contracts completed which are similar in nature. Mention 25 GB009 supply, delivery, and installation of 1 unit brand new energy dispersive X-ray fluorescence spectrometer with complete accessories. DPWH Regional Field 2 Dalan na Pauron, Tuigaraw City, Cagayan. Pauron. With a contract amount of 19,450,000. Completed March 1, 2024. With attached proof, notice of award, notice to proceed, contract agreement, delivery receipt, sales invoice, tamang amount ng sales invoice. Sales invoice, acceptance receipt, certificate of completion, collection receipt, sufficient work experience, NFCC, with an NFCC of 624,910,491.40. Sufficient NFCC. List of all ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started. Signed. With attached proof, notice of award, contract, notice to proceed, delivery receipt, notice of award, notice of award, notice to proceed, bid securing declaration, signed and notarized. Schedule of requirements, 120 calendar days, signed. Technical specification, proposal, signed, complied. Yes, please to submit this proposal once brochures, Production delivery schedule, 120 calendar days. Manpower to complete the supply, delivery, installation, commissioning, and trading. Signed. After sales support services certificate. Signed. Availability of spare parts. Signed. Warranty certificate. Signed. Service warranty certificate. Signed. Omnibus sworn statement. Signed and notarized. Authority of signatory. Signed. Secretary certificate. Signed and notarized. SEC registration. GIS submitted May 13, 2025. See attached general information sheet. Sworn affidavit of eligibility and beneficial ownership. Signed. Notarized. SEC. With attached articles of incorporation and bylaws. Yeah. Mayor's permit. Muntinlupa. Valid until January. Expiration date December 31, 2026. Tax clearance valid until March 27, 2026. Audited financial statement received May 14, 2025. Next. Krypton International Resources Sales and Services Incorporated, Lapu-Lapu City. Field Job Certificate of Registration valid until May 21, 2026. Mayor's Permit, City of Lapu-Lapu, valid until December 31, 2026. Tax clearance valid until May 19, 2026. EFPS filing ng audited financial statement niya, filed April 20, 2025. Annual income tax return, filed April 7, 2025. Statement of single largest completed contract. Meron siyang supply, delivery, installation, commissioning of various laboratory equipment for new service. Ministry of Science and Technology, Bangsamoro Government Center, Cotabato City. With a contract amount of $5,587,998.21. Wala, ito lang ang attachment niya. I-attach. Ito sa kontrata. Ito na yung kontrata. Purchase order.
Yung company. Iba kasi
Purchase order. Scanner, remote operated scanner.
anong company? Ministry of Science and Technology. Sa mga purchase order.
Purchase order. National Power Corporation yung nakatouch.
Di ba na-touch na? Single largest
completed.
sa Ministry of Science and Technology ang sa mga ang attachment niya.
Ano,
NTC.
National Power Corporation. Insufficient din.
Wala na yung option.
Kung ano yung declare niya, insufficient. Pero magbabase kita ulit dito sa form na stick na dapat na permanent niya. Yun dapat ang siya ka. Kasi yung official document niya.
Sa attachment niya.
Ang attachment, yun dapat ang mag-support dito sa statement. Sa ano.
Ibang attachment.
Ibang attachment.
Ibang attachment. So para po, di ba, katulad ng acceptance inspection
Kung ma-fall in yun, sa sufficient. Tapos wala siyang attachment proof. Wala siyang attachment proof. Kasi iba man nakalagay ng proof. Mr. Chair, I move to declare for Krypton International Resources Sales and Services Incorporated ineligible due to insufficient single largest completed contract. It is required that at least 50% of the ABC must be the single largest completed contract. However, in the submitted document, it is reflected that it has only 5,587,998.21 similar completed contract, which is insufficient to the requirement of 50% for 25 GFL 0039.
I second the motion, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion to declare Krypton ineligible. So is there any objection? Hearing none, so the motion is granted.
Next, Peter, Ian Enterprises Corporation. DI. Build-up Certificate of Registration, valid until March 24, 2026. Oh. Single largest completed contract, similar to the contract to be bid. Meron siya 23 GFB 005, Procurement of Equipment for DPWH Albay 2nd District Engineering Office Testing Laboratory. DPWH Albay 2nd DO Airport Site, Legazpi City, with a contract amount of 24,430,000 pesos only. Completed December 26, 2023. At attached proof, tama, 005. Notice of award, notice to proceed, purchase agreement, inspection and acceptance report. Okay. Sufficient work experience po, may naka-attach inspection and acceptance report. Signed by Engineer E. Ludovise. NFCC, with an NFCC of 760,388,196.60. Sufficient NFCC. Statement of ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, none signed. Bid securing declaration, signed and notarized. Technical specifications proposal, signed. Technical specifications, comply, signed. Schedule of requirements, 120 calendar days, signed. Manpower requirements, signed. Manpower key personnel, warranty certificate, signed, 2 years, 5 years, warranty certificate, 5 years, brochures. Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Kaya instruments. Omnibus sworn statement, signed and notarized with bulletin. Supplemental authority of signatory, signed and notarized. GIS sheet, submitted December 18, 2025. Sworn affidavit of eligibility and beneficial ownership, signed and notarized. SEC, registration. Mayor's permit, Legazpi City, valid until December 31, 2026. Audited financial statements, annual income tax return, filed April 9, 2025. Tax clearance, valid until November 12, 2026. Mr. Chair, since all 5 bidders passed eligibility, dapat dun sa law. 5 bidders passed eligibility and technical requirements. Mr. Chair, I move to proceed to the opening of their financial proposal.
Okay, please proceed. Opening of the financial proposal.
Mr. Chair, proceed na po tayo sa opening ng financial proposal. First financial proposal. Si Flexifil Corporation, bid form. Bid bulletin, price schedule offered from within the Philippines. Bid amount, 7,510,386 pesos only, wala pong discount. Okay. Ano ba ako? Next, Mulabi Trading Incorporated, bid for price scheduled for within the Philippines. Specs, yun lang. Bid amount, 6,796,300 pesos only. Really? Maraming ulit sarap pa pala yung kalasya pa.
Tapos po ulit.
JRK Construction Corporation. Bid form. Price scheduled from within the Philippines. Bid amount 6,300,000 pesos only. Procurement Consultancy Incorporated. Bid form. Price scheduled from within the Philippines. Bid amount 6,537,000 pesos only. Lian Enterprises. Bid form. Price scheduled from within the Philippines. Bid amount 5,800,000 pesos only. Mga tulo pa rin, tulo na lang. Mr. Chair, we'll finish up in the minutes scheduled for today.
By reminders, all submitted documents will undergo bid evaluation. The hope reserves the right to reject and annul bids, declare a failure of bidding or not award the conduct situations under Section 70 of the Implementing Rules and Regulations of the Republic Act 12009 or the New Government Procurement Act. For compliance under Section 61 in the Implementing Rules and Regulations of the Republic Act 12009, members of the bank, staff and personnel, Secretariat and DPWH as well as observers are prohibited from making or accepting any communication with any bidder regarding the evaluation of their bids until the issuance of the notice of award. However, the bank or Secretariat may ask the bidder in writing for clarification of its bid. All responses to requests for clarification shall be in writing. So meron po bang tanong? Wala na. Since we have no more matters to discuss,